Want ik dacht natuurlijk ook. Oh, you do this every time.
We're in a vibe. We have to catch this vibe. First of all, I want to thank all the beautiful people that listen to the podcast, and there are some real beautiful listeners who say we are waiting for the next one. Well, this is the next one.
Yes. So welcome everybody. And when I say you do this again, it's we were joking like a pre-talk about things, and then just in the middle of the conversation, boom, you hit the record button. And
It's
I'm
the
like,
energy we have to catch,
wow.
my love. It's the energy.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
for everyone who is tuning in for the first time,
Yes.
why are we doing this podcast? Because we didn't know that we would do it, but we are actually doing it like every week on Friday.
Yes.
Why?
Why? Because something emerged through us, I think was the title of the first one. Because there are a lot of broadcasting that just needs a channel into this realm. And for this podcast, the channels are we.
Yeah,
And we love to do it. We have a lot of fun. And also, we learn a lot from it ourselves. We experience a lot, and we go out of comfort zones because we never did this before. And well, I guess everybody knows that the magic happens outside the comfort zone. Sometimes it's a little scary, but in the end, it's magical. Magic is one of the keywords.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. And we are weaving everything together to yeah, and we just share our experiences, and they are the
Yeah.
proof that magic works.
Yes.
And hopefully, you beautiful people hear me better. I'm using some stuff of beautiful people that are in our community now, and they are like hotshot online content makers. So here you see something like a recording of my voice, mic.
Yeah.
Let's see if this works.
Yeah.
I
So
hope
thank
so.
you. Yeah, for the feedback because several people gave us the feedback about also the technical things. And well, we hope this today is a delight to listen in every possible way, not only to the content, but also to equal volume of voices.
Yeah, let's find out if it works.
Yes. Well, I think so.
So, we have a new item since last week in our podcast,
Yes. The insight of the week.
the insight of the week.
So, Lars, what is your insight?
Whoops! I didn't
Oops.
see that one coming.
Oh
My
no.
insight of the week is surroundings. Like
Hmm.
we've been like 9 months nonstop part of the workaway community. We are hosting workawayers from all over the world. We've
Yes.
got this quite strict regime. Like 7:30, we do a group meditation. Then people take their breakfast, and then we do a check-in. On Monday, it's a long one. We've got these boards with who's cooking, what are your most important meetings this week, so that everybody knows. And we have our pilastri.
And all the
Our,
projects.
hmm?
And the projects.
And the
To do.
projects, of course. Yeah. And the
Yes.
pilastri are every day like that we keep each other accountable, which two things we really going to do today. If I would have done it this morning, it would be podcast.
Mm-hmm.
One of the two. And well, last week, the last workawayer of the season went to Olbia
Left.
Airport.
Oh.
And we are still in a community because we've got people are staying here longer. They are
Mm-hmm.
renting the place also to create their magic, their online performances, and yeah, it's beautiful what's happening here. And the whole energy changed. Juliet and I did a big energy clearing of the house, of all the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
We had these bars in front of a lot of windows on the ground floor
Yes.
because this was a family house that was like abandoned for a long time, and then just a few weeks a year people would stay here. So
Mm-hmm.
it looked a little bit like a prison.
Yes.
It was not possible to enter, and I took them all away.
Wow.
And the house is breathing in a different style. Yeah, it's yeah. My insight of the week is definitely I'm don't get me wrong. It's not that your surroundings make you happy or unhappy. It's just the impact of the surrounding is really tangible. I really can
Yeah.
feel it. I almost can touch it. Yeah.
And that you can change everything, also yourself.
Yep.
Wow. I can imagine because I've been with you and Juliet sometimes, so I know how the normal life is, and it's beautiful and sometimes very intense. So this is kind of you say that you feel the house breathing. It's also like you are having more space, both of you, to breathe now
Yep.
for some kind of a Christmas holiday, I guess. And in the new year, people will arrive again.
Yeah. The 15th, the first person arrives, and then the 17th, and then yeah.
Yes.
So up
Okay.
till March, we are like full house.
Full.
And in the middle of March, from 8 to 15 March, we have our silent retreat. There are only
Yes.
8 or 9 maximum spots available. So there's
Uh-huh.
already 1 week like fully dedicated to silence. So yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Which is
yeah,
brilliant, by the way. I can really recommend to our audience. Silence Week is
magic.
deeper than you can ever imagine. Yes.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to hosting that one.
Yes.
So,
Nice one.
what
Thank
is
you.
your insight of the week?
Yeah, it's a good question because actually there are many. Um, but I think, okay, I will two. The first is the one that we talked about last week. That was when you are in situations or discussions or whatever, to leave the place of being right. And that is mostly your ego that wants to be right. So this week I got more and more practice in all kind of small things. It's not massive things, but small things that happen during the day to practice this. And when I feel that when somebody tells me something and then I feel like, ugh, um, now I breathe and I'm becoming aware. I am again in that place of there where I want to be right. And then I laugh about it and I let it go, and everything changes.
Wow.
So it is, yes, it makes life even more light and more effortless if you step out of that role. So it's practice, practice, because we have some strong, habits and patterns and programs in ourselves. So keep practicing and everything will change. That was a very important one. And well, another one is I am listening to a book which is called Ask Your Guides. And it's about spirit guides, angels, archangels,
By the
guiding.
way, I love that book. It's only
Yes,
12 hours because I listen to it. I
14.
don't read it.
14.
14
Yes.
hours.
Yeah.
Boom.
I am now, what did I say, 6 or 7 hours on the way. Pooh, that book is really special. And also it has quite some meditations, which is very nice if you're listening to the book already to listen to. And now I have some kind of new ritual for myself is that in evenings I don't watch Netflix or something like that anymore. I listen to the book and mostly end with the meditation before going to sleep, and then I go to sleep more early. My aura ring is very happy. It says it's the best week of the year
Wow.
that I have in sleep and being rested. And my HRV is spiking and my heart rate is going even more down.
But by the way, just as a little bit of explanation for people who are just like, what did she say? She said
Yes,
aura ring.
yes,
And the aura ring is, we got it from the world of biohacking. So
yes.
thank you, 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗶 of, um,
Introducing us to this
yeah,
magical ring.
yeah,
Yes.
and it measures a lot of things, and I really love the fact that I did it for a long time, because I always thought that I'm like, I have the possibility to really feel what's going on into my human, and
Hmm.
this more than 2 years wearing this aura ring gave me the proof that what I felt was also possible to measure. So this is like the energy world and the scientific world totally combined.
Yes.
So if you really want to know what's going on inside of your body and you want to monitor your energy system, yeah, it's something you can really use. So the Aura Ring is happy that you are changing
Yes,
your living
sleeping very
habits.
well because when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is check I read the ring, like it's with an app, of course. So then now every day I have a crown, sleeping very well.
Yeah.
Yes, but so that's one thing that this new rhythm is really helpful because in the day I have lots of intense exercise on a road bike or mountain bike. So I also really need to recover, and I didn't do quite well before. But also, the book is about subjects that, well, at least I'm not really familiar with to talk about a lot. You know, to talk with your guardian angel, I was not even aware that we all have one. And to speak with archangels, to ask them for things, because all of the, how they call the divine forces, I think, are here always for us to support. And I notice that sometimes my mind thinks, right, but it's the mind, and deep inside, I feel that is really another world, another dimension, another realm. I don't even know how to call it. That is like opening up and becoming available. Sounds not even good, but it's really possible to connect and to speak with them. And you said last week about speaking out loud. Well, this book also all the time encourage to speak out loud. So there's a lot of exercises that you call the archangels, for example, and
Yep.
you in a chanting way, and you can do it with together with the woman that the. I think, by the way, that the author is even reading the book.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
yes, so it's her own voice. And why is this inside of the week? Because I feel that it is changing massively the energy around me. You just talked about the energy in the house and in 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪, and I noticed that it changes a lot. It's even hard to give words to, but it's something you can only sense.
Yeah, it's like, um, a few things are crossing my mind. Um, when you talk
Mhm.
about the angels and especially the archangels, the first thing that's for me very important is not to follow the Christian way of they are the messengers from God and they are outside of us.
Ah,
So you
no.
have to worship them.
Mm-mm.
I don't have anything with that reality. It doesn't support me. It doesn't strengthen me or the people around me. That I remind myself that they are part of my inner world. And the moment that I can really adjust all this information, like, okay, I'm exploring this frequency of my inner world, then the second thing is that, especially archangels, you tune in to a very high frequency, to the frequency of light. And that's why your inner world, but also what we call the outer world, is changing from vibration. And it's
Yes.
sensible. You can see it, you can feel it. You people are coming or not coming to your house, it's yeah, yeah, it's sensible.
Yes, and it's something I did not experience like this before. Because you it's thank you for all of this because it's important. It's not I am raised in a Christian religion, Protestant, but it is different from that, very different. Because before you hit the record button, I was telling you that all the time in the book, for example, people, the woman asked, hey, you can sense the, for example, Gabrielle, on where in the room or where next to you, or Uriel, or like where do you feel them? And I don't feel them anywhere, only inside.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say it's the inner world? And I know the inner world is way bigger than just a body. Um, yeah, it's pure magic, as always is the best word to
Yeah, and
describe.
and the only description is magic, because what you are actually telling us is that the inner world is manifesting in the outer world. So my
Yes.
interpretation of her question, where do you feel Gabriel or Raphael or Uriel or Metatron or Sophiel or Michael? It's the moment that you have calibrated your inner map, your inner world, because again, I always repeat this: the map is not the territory. So
Mhm.
it's just a way to explore the inner world. The moment that you are exploring something like the chakras or the directions or the archangels or a combination of all those things, you bring your inner world alive, like we just said.
Yes.
It becomes tangible. You can feel it, you can sense it, and then it gets kind of a location. And I love, like, also like the left side and the right side of your body. Like the right side is almost always telling you what how your system is reacting on reality, on ratio, on
Hmm.
thinking, on calculation, on control. And the left side is more the feeling side, the emotional side, the intuitive side. So if you look at the angels, Raphael, he is on the right side. He's the big healer. It's in a rational way. Like
Hmm.
I want to heal. I want to heal my situation in this group, for example. That's Raphael. But
Hmm.
when you're like, oh, how do I get to this frequency of love? How do I get to this empowering way of communication? How can I spread some more light on this? You go to the left side. You go to Gabriel. So, and it's the same with all the other angels. And I'm working on a project to bring them all in one map, which is
Yes.
impossible. So that's why I like it, and it has to be art, because how do you bring the nine chakras, the directions, the
The wheel of wisdom.
archangels, the
The wheel of wisdom
yeah.
all together.
Well, I'm just giving it a shot, and also the colors, because I learned that colors are also beautiful creatures, beautiful spirits, and they also have a place somewhere.
Uh-huh.
And then you have
For
the
sure.
elements. Don't forget the elements: earth, water, fire, ether, thoughts, light. Yeah, and it's
I'm
nice to
looking
juggle
forward.
with it, to play with
Yes.
it. And I have this beautiful possibility to also give them a space on our terrain, because our house is in the middle of our terrain. So I've got a south side, I've
Yes.
I've got a west, I've got a north, I've got an east, I've got a southwest, I've got a northeast. I've got all these directions. I have up and down because we live on the mountain.
Yes.
It's it's
So it last week we talked about your art and the exposition, like being living outside in the forest, but this map can also be a living map.
yes,
I guess
yes,
it's gonna be if I
yeah,
hear this. It's
yeah.
not just one paper.
Yeah, and I
It's gonna,
challenged ChatGPT.
yes,
I was like, okay, let's try this one out. I'm using now this microphone, so I
yes,
asked, I wanted to know what the functions were, and it's very easy to ask ChatGPT, and he knows, right? He's just googling faster than I do, and then you get all
yes.
this information. But how is he going to bring all these maps like in a coherent style together?
Hmm.
Well, he does. And you also can ask him, but where on my terrain? And then I get goosebumps because it's exactly where I spotted them. And I didn't tell him up front. I asked him where.
Hmm.
And there are all these different ancient ways of putting maps together. You've got all these magic out there in the world, and alchemy, and well, all the things that you and me explore. And yeah, it's all in line with the Golden Dawn,
The
the
Golden
magic,
Dawn.
the Golden Dawn. Yeah,
What is
yeah,
the Golden Dawn?
yeah. Google on it. It's very ancient. It's very old, and it's got a lot of magic, and it's got a lot of mystic knowledge, and it's got a lot of symbols, and
And the
it's
Golden Dawn is
fitting.
related to the angels, or it's something
Yeah,
different?
because there are also other possibilities, like the more the spirituality, like New Age, we called it. Let's call it temporary, like the spirituality things that are going on right now. And then the chakras get a different color, the directions. Then, for example, you put Gabriel on the right and Raphael on the left, and it if I feel this, if I go into this,
Hmm.
it doesn't feel right. And when I follow this pattern of the Golden Dawn and I put them where they say that they stick, it
Yes.
actually you can one-on-one put it on the map of the chakras. So
Okay.
there's nothing incoherent. Everything is just like fitting. It's yeah, it's
Right.
magic.
I have homework to do after this podcast. Uh, and
And there's please also for the listeners, there is no solid truth. So how I do it is just I try to feel those things, and
yes.
then things like in synchronicity, they follow, they grab into each other, they really connect.
Become
It's
one.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I can feel it, and then I'm like, whoa, of course this color is on this side. Of course this is emerald green. Of course, yeah. It's a
Like all the
beautiful journey.
curtains open up and everything becomes clear.
Exactly.
And it's also what crosses my mind when you say it's not about the worshiping and everything. The way until now, and I just started, I experience is that it's nothing outside of you. Like you always say, nothing outside of you is stronger than you are. And it's the same with this. It's not a force outside that we should worship or follow, or it's about opening up and integrating everything in yourself and through yourself. And maybe that is the somehow a recurring insight of the week, that in the end, and how big something seems to be, or how majestic and everything, in the end, it's you can integrate all
Yeah.
in yourself, and that is the only way to truly experience it.
Yeah, yeah, all the beautiful souls that really have been here, like physical, at Farfalla Viola here on Sardinia.
Yeah.
We asked all of them if they want to join our group of Farfalla community,
Yes.
and we have a weekly call. So if you belong to these beautiful special souls, there is a weekly call that we have on Tuesday evening at 8 o'clock. And one of those beautiful people in there, because we were talking about the archangels,
Hmm.
she asked me, "But okay, I'm trying to listen. because
Yes.
I'm a lot of people that they are more. I'm not that audio. I'm more like sensitive. Some people
Hmm.
see very clear things. Some people hear very clear things. Yeah, I have even people that smell like really profound. And she said, "How do I know who's talking? How do I know that it's not just my ego or my mind or my fantasy?" And
Hmm.
that's a very good question and also very easy to answer. And that's a little bit relating to how we started. If you
Yes.
call on the archangels, you call on a frequency. I think that
Hmm.
this calling on the inviting the angels is just giving the order to your system that you tune in to a very high frequency. I even don't like high and low frequency because people very
A
often
light
think it's
frequency.
like,
It's a
yeah,
light frequency for
it's light
yes.
frequency. So it's higher is not better, lower is not, but
No.
it's a frequency that will always, it's always soothing. So it will never give you a sharp or put
Yes.
down energy. It will always, it will be very honest. So if it tells you something and you're like, ooh, I got that one, which is not always like nice,
No.
it's always helpful. It will always give you an insight. It will always make the road in front of you more clear. If it's not that, if it's like putting you into doubt, if it's putting you in misery, if it's putting you in a lot of more new thoughts, into fear,
Yes.
it's not the angel talking. It can't.
No. So it's helpful and empowering, which also, even if you think I really felt this one, it's always from a positive frequency. And empowering and helpful doesn't mean, as you say, it's always nice, but sometimes you have to step through the mud to come into a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And the mud in the end is beautiful too, but okay.
Yeah, and
Um,
and 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 an archangel, like even Metatron, which is the king of the angels, and all above there, in the eighth or even the ninth chakra, he, a tree will be able to tell you the same thing. So if you really connect with the spirit of a tree, if you really connect with the spirit of the forest, if you really connect with the spirit of a mountain, if you really connect with the spirit of air or
yes.
fire or another element or the stones or the minerals, it's all the same. They they will guide you in a gentle, firm, and
Mhm.
very clear way.
You know what also something is that crossed my mind quite regularly when I experience all of this and I, well, in this kind of exploration since the last years. Why the freak are we making things so difficult in this life? Because this is all here. It's all available. It's like you step outside of the door or even inside. You don't have to go to India to an ashram to experience all of this. And why did we program ourselves in some way that this is all unreachable and far away and difficult and you have to give up all your life to arrive in this place and like it's also an end station, which it never is, but sometimes I really don't understand anything of that anymore.
You know what? I
No.
gave up to answer that question. I'm just aware that those things are crazy.
Yes.
And then you get into all these one-liners like you come with nothing, you go with nothing. There,
Yes.
everything is one. Everything is already there. Everything is already connected,
Which is true. All is true.
which is all true. So but that's why there are so many burnouts. That's why there is war. That's why there is so much fighting because we fight in our inner world. And if the
Yes.
inner world is full of fighting, there's a lot of sickness, there's a lot of suffering, there's a lot of all those things that we see around us.
So it's sort of equal to leaving the place to be right, what we talked about before, and it's leaving the place to want to understand everything because our brain is in general very limited. Um, so, so stop putting the mind number one and start feeling and experiencing more and more. Because if we can experience that all of this is here, and doesn't matter where you are in the world, that you can go outside and feel the grass. Or actually, in the last days here on Gran Canaria, I saw several people hugging trees in the middle of the touristic center. That
Nice.
amazed me because it was not in the mountains. And just experience it. Like even I feel it. I breathe out instead of trying to understand everything.
Yeah.
It
And it's
also will
real.
make life a
Yeah.
lot more joyful and effortless, and no struggling, no suffering.
So I got this from a very interesting teacher I had for a long time. He made coins out of this. So he had a coin, and on one side it said being
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And then he said, what's on the other side of the coin? He really made these coins. So he had these coins. So there was on one side was written being right.
Being right.
And then he asked, what's on the other side? What do you think?
To be. To be.
Yeah, okay. You're pointing in yeah, peace.
Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
So if you want to be right,
You're not in peace.
yeah, yesterday we arrived at 9. No. We arrived at 8:55, right? Those
Yes.
conversations go around, right? No,
Yeah.
it was not 8:55. It was 9:02. Okay, we arrived around 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I also want to be right. You can just say, oh yeah, you are right. And at that moment, I step into peace.
Peace.
And you have to lose your ego, and you have to find the flame inside, and you have to be connected with your inner world, and you have to listen to Gabriel, and you have to all at the same time to step back into peace. And I intentionally say step back because it's we all
Mm-hmm.
step forward. We
Yes.
we almost never step back because that's losing, that's giving up, that's the opposite of being the hero, that's the opposite of building success. Everything is like this forward driven energy,
Yes.
and that's the being right energy. And I'm not against it. Sometimes it's very helpful to be right, but most of for a lot of people it's not
It's
a choice.
exhausting and draining.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
just the energy they are in, like that.
Yes. And that you can only change with little practice, little steps, always little steps. Being aware of it. When, like, I practiced this week a lot with feeling, oh, I'm in that place again. And let it is, it feels like you say it's about stepping back,
It's stepping back. Yeah.
relaxing, breathing out, and smiling. Okay. And it changes. And maybe, we're also in the end of a calendar year of this planet. And that's also a moment that both is happening. People look back and people look forward to goals and plans and successes and numbers and KPIs and everything for the next year.
And even what I see happening a lot when they look back, most of the people look at the things they did wrong. It was an awful year. 2025 was the most brutal year for me. And we had this. We are a little bit shattered now because my children are more in the Netherlands, and we live over here. What
Yes.
and we will probably find another day. But we always after the festivities, like mostly in January, we catched up with each other,
Yeah.
and then we had this round table,
Uh-huh.
and then we went to like the most brilliant things that happened last year. And people are always kind of, as well, in our family, we are like a little bit, how do you say that? Uh, 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 we don't brag so much about, well, I did this really great,
Uh-huh.
but just like, yeah, I really love this or I really love that. And then when somebody says this, everyone adds, so you forgot this. But don't you remember? You really did this. And then the energy goes up, goes up, goes up, goes up.
Uh-uh.
And then we just set a few intentions for the next year with this energy that, like in this case, 2025 brought. So you use 2025 to build up this energy, and then you forward it with your intention into 2026.
Yes.
It's a
I
total different
see.
way of using
Yes.
the change.
Well, I see a lot of options for this. Like, for example, the traditional family Christmas dinners that can be delight or not.
Mm-hmm.
um, to practice this, but also in a lot of board meetings or company meetings, because a lot of companies are having end of year celebrations and speeches and looking back and looking forward to try to change this. Because I also know we have in our audience people from all worlds and also from business, of course, and company owners. This might be a change
Yeah, you can
with a
use
lot
it
of
in any
impact.
system. Yeah, you can use
Yes.
it in a family system. You can use it in sibling system. You can use it in a business. You can use
Yes.
it everywhere. It's
Yes. So
just,
look back at the
and that's,
brilliant thing.
yeah, and that's how you triggered me. It's just the question I often ask myself is, how can I use it instead of fighting it? And being right is just fighting. It's
Yes.
just like like I did when I was a very young kid. We had these knives, and you had to throw it on the ground, and then you had this space, and then the other one. I don't know how it worked anymore, but in Dutch we called it 𝗪𝗶𝘃𝗶, and then
Ah,
you conquered this ground literally.
okay.
And
Yes.
that's being right. Like you conquer the world of the other. You make it your own,
Yes.
and it's always makes the other one defensive.
Yeah. So it's not helpful and not empowering for you, not for the other person, and not for the
And
world
not for the
around
world.
you. And
Yep.
yes.
I even had clients, and they said, well, I did this crazy practice about talking to trees,
Yeah.
but I don't agree with them.
Eh, yeah. What? Sorry.
So this world of being right, they even, yeah, okay, well, now I'm going to talk to Gabriel. Well, he said something to me, but I don't agree with him.
Okay. But that's kind of, I would say missing the point, but that's not good language. It's illustrating that we are programmed to fight, to
Yep,
defend, to protect, to
yep,
boundaries,
yep.
all of that kind of things.
Yeah, and if you listen to podcast number 1, then we enter
Yes,
the world of the question: Are we living
in a friendly universe or in a non-friendly universe.
exactly?
And
So that's the bottom of 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 the
yes,
bottom. If you
yes.
still think that we live in a universe that comes here and eat you, like I became this director in this big company, and when I was part of of this group of people within the company, people said to me, it's eat or be eaten,
Ah, yes.
and that was the culture. So I quit.
Yeah, because it's not the frequency
No.
you not even you want to live in, but you can. So it's because actually yesterday I had a conversation about this, about people thinking that, you need to set boundaries, you need to protect yourself, or I need to protect you, or that kind of things. And I thought, but I don't even, those words are not existing in my world, because I don't live in some fairy tale or whatever thing, but I live in a friendly universe. So protection, boundaries, consent, I don't know. It doesn't resonate at all. Many times I ask, what are you speaking about? I really don't get it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
a lot
I
of
don't know how
people
we
have a
ended up
lot of
here, but yes.
difficulties. Yeah, a lot of people have a lot of difficulties with this friendly universe thing because their whole life is built on protecting
Yes.
themselves. And
So they are
believe
almost
me,
afraid to believe it,
yeah, believe me,
you
they
mean?
have a lot of reasons to be right about that one.
Yes. But it's a choice. Every day, for me, it feels like a new day, a new opportunity to choose in which universe I want to live that day. And everybody, every human being on this planet has the same choice every day. And yes, things come with practice.
Yeah,
Always.
and that's why I adopted the question, how am I going to use this?
Yes, it's a
Because
beautiful one.
lots of times I'm in a situation and my normal reaction would be to fight, to be right,
Yes, yes.
to protect myself or my family or my house or my car or my arm or my finger. And then I have this daily practice, and I more and more understand why this daily practice, let's call it meditation.
Mm-hmm.
It's a place where you do the work. Okay, so on this aspect in my life, I really want to be right. Okay, for me, for example, it's the terrain. Like I know what
Yes,
we have to do with the terrain, and then somebody else comes and they say, no, we have to do it like this. And they say, no, no, that's not possible. And I'm trying to be right. And then
yes.
I sit down and it's like, why do I want to be right?
Yeah.
And it's
And many times it's about ego or the program.
many times it's even I discovered more gentle. It's I want to do good. I don't want to do it wrong. So
And
if
that's an
people
interesting.
clean the fireplace in the wrong way, I know that they cannot start the fire. So there's a lot of smoke. When there's a lot of smoke, people in the house will say, well, I don't like these fireplaces because it smells through smoke. It's too
Yes,
smoky over here. Yeah, that's because you start the fire in the wrong way. Now I'm going to explain you to do the fire in the right way.
right way.
And then I contemplate on it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people never made a fire.
Yes,
So how can I expect that they immediately, when I tell them how to do it, that they know how to do it? So yeah, then there is a lot of smoke. Yeah.
uh, then
Well,
everybody knows that
luckily
the
we can
next time
open
it
the
should be
windows.
different.
Sorry.
Yes. So and everybody experiences that next time something should be different.
Yeah.
So even then, it's about doing it good or wrong. That is something that is so sticky because we have both have this practice a lot to do the good thing or do the wrong thing. It's very, it's a difficult bug. It's to get out of the program, to
Yeah.
reprogram.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We live in a world where mistakes are bad, and people who do things really good, they are on this pedestal. And if you really talk to people, like for example athletes,
Yes.
they will tell you that they did a million times wrong and a few times good, and that was the world record. But if
Yes.
they never did all these wrong moves, they would never get to the world record. So it's crazy.
Yes. And if you don't name it as wrong, but as a lot of experience or exercise,
Yeah.
it's different because the word wrong has another frequency.
Well,
Um,
I
so,
even practice another one. So I
uh,
agree with you. It's different. A lot of people, when I suggest something, they say, "Whoa, but that's difficult. What? That's really hard." No,
mhm.
it's new.
I like that one.
It's just new. You never
Yes.
did it before.
Yes.
So your mind freaks.
Of course.
Because if you never did it before, it can go wrong.
Yes.
So let's stick to the stuff that we know. And that's how you started this podcast. This
Oh,
whole out of your comfort zone thing.
yes.
In my world, it's just trying something new.
But it's the same as when we talk about this, for example, and you said to me in Sardinia, yeah, maybe you should start a podcast. I freaked out. Or when you told me from next morning you're going to lead the meditations every day, and it was late in the evening, I totally freaked out. But since there was no time, I just breathed out and thought, okay, whatever. I think I can do it. And then it just, open the gates for all the help and support, and things start rolling. So it's not that we just say this from a preacher perspective. It's really what we do, because we never did this before also podcast, and we just thought, okay, it's new. We'll see how
Exactly.
it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah. And it started with you because you had this beautiful word about broadcasting this energy, this frequency, these words, this way of
Yeah.
thinking, all these examples that we live every week. Yeah.
Yes. I really
Wow.
liked, I wrote it down, the one use it, because for me, this is one of the keys. How can I use it instead of fight it or fight with it?
Yeah.
So I want to highlight this one for everything. It will be my practice for next week. How can I use it? How can I
Yeah.
use
And when I practiced it for the first time, I also wrote on the wall, I'm always, and I'm almost never say always.
it?
So that's really a choice. I'm always at the right place
Yes.
at exactly the right moment with exactly the right tools. And yeah, lots of times we cannot see that. We just don't see it. It's like impossible to agree with those lines. That's okay. If deep,
Because we
deep,
don't
deep,
have to
deep
agree.
down, you just believe.
Yes.
Also, when you can't see it, that you're at exactly the right place, at exactly the right time, with exactly the right tools to make, and that's, I think, the magic, your next little step.
And when you can see it like this, being in the right place, the right moment, the right tools, the right circumstances, everything, it's also peace. It's a frequency of peace. And then it comes the mind. So it don't talk so much, and you can see what's really happening in a moment.
Yeah, that's if you try this, I challenge you and maybe everyone who is listening, including myself, just for 1 week, live an unreasonable life. And what I mean by that is just don't use any reason. Like we have
I think
morning
it,
meditations here. I just give you an example. We have
yes.
morning meditations, but I also make my art in the morning. And
Mhm.
now we don't have this workaway regime. I wake up a little bit later.
Yes.
So, or I go into the meditation practice first, or I go into my art. And my
Hmm.
art really flows the most easy when I just wake up. Because I'm still in this dream world, real world in the middle. And then I've got these words coming up and these visions, and my pen just draws stuff without thinking. And
Hmm.
when I do it later in the day, it's kind of rusty.
Yes.
So sometimes I really want to do the drawing first, but I don't do the group meditation. And then
Hmm.
when people start to do the meditation, I'm giving them all kind of reasons why I'm not joining. And I'm practicing, and maybe you want to join for this week, just for a full week. I just
Don't
do it,
explain.
and I'm
Yes.
I'm not going to explain myself. I'm not going to give any reasons.
Yes. Not explaining yourself. because also that is completely linked to wanting to be good and doing the good thing. And
And
yes,
being nice.
yes. Somehow I have the feeling that it's also no coincidence that the upcoming week is with the Christmas and everything. A lot of people and families coming together, where this is the perfect playground
Exactly. This is the
to
perfect
practice
time
this,
and the perfect place. So if you're
not
listening to this,
explaining.
believe in synchronicity. You're not listening this without any reason. You are listening to this because it's necessary to be without reasons for a full week, even with Christmas. Well, I'm not going to join your Christmas party. And then try not to give any reason. Ooh.
Yes, or something else, and not wanting to be right. It's all reason.
So let's in the next podcast let's just share what happened.
Oh yes,
Yeah, probably
yes,
magic.
I think so. And yes, I'm looking forward to practice this because there are all kind of daily situations when you are aware or becoming more aware, where you can practice this even in the supermarket, in the car, when somebody almost you know, hit me, and when I'm on the bike. I don't know what, it's like everywhere.
When you're 10 minutes late, you are going to explain why. Yeah, I really had to
Yes.
pee, and if I don't pee, I cannot be really present in this conversation. And I wanted to pee, but we are in a community, and the bathroom was yeah, and I
Uh-huh.
don't really like to pee outside. So yeah, it took me 10 minutes, and that's why all kind of reasons.
And to explain, outside you have outside compost toilets on the terrain. So if you,
And a lot of trees when you're a guy.
by the way, yes. No, but I think I will have a lot of moments uh, oh, you know, that's it's such a habit to explain.
And you're losing energy.
Yes. So, ooh la la, it's gonna be another magical week.
Yeah.
No explanation. Using it.
Hmm. Talking about magic,
See.
what's your definition of love?
Ah, yeah. Oh,
By the way, this is how we end our podcast. So we are kind of closing up with
yes.
two questions, one for me, one for you. And the one for you is, what is love?
Yes. Well, I think as weaving it all together again, that also love is not wanting to be right. Love is peace. You know, all of this, leaving reasoning explanation. Love is peace. Love is, yeah, I said one time love is to be happy with, but it's kind of the same because it's also feeling the peace. And we always say we are love. We are, our existence is love, which is not to be understood by the mind. But if you're really in peace, um, you can really experience it because there is
Mm.
a frequency of light and being okay with everything.
Mm.
Yeah, I think for now,
Beautiful.
this is
Soothing
what,
words. Nice.
yes. And for you, what is it to be aware? What is awareness?
What is awareness? Listening. So the world behind reasons. So if I'm able to drop being right, if I'm able to drop any explanation, I can just
Hmm.
be present. I can be aware. Otherwise, I'm occupied with giving the right reason and really explain myself and telling why I'm right and you are wrong and then I'm not.
It's a lot of noise.
Yeah, it's a lot of noise. That's beautifully said. So I cannot hear the angels, I cannot hear the trees, I cannot hear the mountain, I cannot hear the elements, I cannot hear the directions. It's just I cannot be aware. So awareness is listening, stepping back. Woo-hoo!
Yes, it's
Yeah,
all. This is also synchronicity.
it
Thank
is.
you. Yes,
Thank
beautiful.
you.